Yesterday, dear Henry found himself engaged in combat with numerous foes. On completing his tasks, he found that some of their brigands had escaped to the woods, and thusly he did hunt them down with great prejudice, eradicating them from the problems for the region. Sir Radzig and Lady Stephanie are still not freed, and so we must bombard the castle to rescue them. An unfortunate turn, but must be done for the good of the kingdom, and they're risking their lives. Or do we risk their lives? Either way, we do not have much choice, and so that is where Henry finds himself, on the eve of battle. Lady Vengeance, welcome in. How are you this evening? Well, I guess for you it's this morning. Evening here, morning there. Well, we have a siege. Maybe that'll help. The trebuchet has fired, and has continued to fire. We have 1.5 days of firing to commence before it begins. So we have something we need to do. I think we already got our training.
I found all of their campsites. The rest of the woods are clear.
That's a relief. Now let's relieve ourselves of this accursed Toth. I'll be with you.
Yeah. Alright, so don't see him here. We are going to have to go to our town. We'll go up to Privislavitz, which I actually found a really cool mod for the ending of the game for Privislavitz. And I can't wait to show you all. I love how mods enhance games and allow you to play them longer and more and have more fun with them. But it still has to be a good game. It's just nice to have the ability to make them even better. Welcome in, everyone. Hope you enjoyed tonight's story. We're doing a little bit of offloading of a few of our items to our good friend Zach here.
Greetings, good knight. How may I serve you?
We need to sell you some things. Like this. And this. And this. This. checking to see if you have what we need. It does not look like it. Nope. Thought there was a basic blacksmith here too, as well as Zach. But he was usually out here. Or is it because we upgraded, he disappeared, and we just have Zach? Shop guard, and you are villager. Do you? Honey? Oh, honey. 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 Hey. I think what other options we have, because there's something we need to pick up. I think we're going to have to go to weapons dealer in Rattay Fort. We will check with our friend here, Cornelius.
Good day.
Cornelius.
Good luck then.
And I think that's all we need to offload. No, because we have this garbage. We forgot about this garbage. Alright. Guess to Rattay it is. I was hoping not, but
To me?
it is, it is. Because I think that's the next closest place. Just trying to double check if anywhere else maybe has what we need. And I don't think so. So here's the only one. Alright, well, it is what it is. We have, what, a day and a half? We can make it in a day and a half. Come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Marriott. Marriott, we leave you. Yeah, that's the little inn in the glade where our associates reside. Carcass on the road. Ah. Oh, that actually may have been a guard ambushed by humans. We should have stopped. Oh well. I was thinking like animal carcass, not human. But that probably meant human. Whoops. Whoopsie, whoopsie, whoopsie. It is dark. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use a torch. I can't see squat. Can you guys see anything when it's that dark? I know sometimes on screen it's not as dark as, or on stream it's not as dark as on screen.
Yeah.
Where did I wind up? Not quite far enough. Wind up at the Tanners. Not the Millers. Uh-oh. Give me a second. No, Suckin, the kingdom has not been delivered yet. We're still working on it. But welcome in. Oh, good morning. Let's get washed. She's still sleeping. He's up. Alright, well, we'll do what we need to do.
Yeah.
Good health to you.
Good health to you. Do you have what I need, sir? Nope. Bummers.
Come on up and take a look. I've got everything you need. Day, night, home, or at work.
Flour, egg, salt, yeast. Let it bake a bit. To feed the whole family with fresh breads.
God save. Take care. Yeah. I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Greetings, good knight. How may I serve you?
Good luck then.
Yeah.
Get good raid. Welcome in, Get Good, and your wonderful viewers. How was your stream? Yeah, to make sure that it's good. It's kind of one of their big bits.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. So that was from yesterday, and it re-popped the notification on my end. That's so funny. Never mind, we're good.
Yeah.
So that doesn't give us a lot of nourishment. Ew. We forgot I had that. We got it rotten here. All right, well. Fun, fun, fun. Nourishment down. Oh, now we overate. Great. Alright, well. We couldn't get what I was hoping to find. We were supposed to be able to, but apparently it's not working for some reason. So I'm going to have to look into that or hope that it works later tonight.
I'm here.
Can't you see we're still bombarding? You came too soon.
Oh, I thought I could wait here. I'm sorry. Yeah, that'll be good. We'll go there. So, how's everyone doing tonight? Hope everyone's excited for the assault part of the siege. Hopefully nothing goes untoward. However, I'm not that confident, given that they railroaded me during the night raid and a few other times. I will admit, that is one thing I do. I get why developers have to do it. Don't get me wrong, I do get why they have to do it, but it's one thing that always bothers me in games. Is when you get a plan, you execute it, and no, not allowed. And you're just like, oh, but I wanted to. It would have been fun. It was a great plan.
I'm here.
Can't you see? See you later.
I thought it would be done by now. Sorry. 2 days. It's been 2 days. Do we just need it to be later in the day? So on the night raid and dealing with the engineer from Sasau have been the two most recent ones where I'm just like, but I could do it. The engineer from Sasau, we knocked out the guy and brought him in so we could interrogate him. But that wasn't allowed. He just acted like he was terrified and we couldn't do anything.
I'm here.
Can't you? Goodbye.
And then the night raid, Hans gets shot in the butt. And it's scripted. And then they're not going to let us go anywhere else and do anything. And so we have to pull Hans out. Wanted to have fun. I know, boy. I know, Mutt. We're just sitting here waiting for time at the ticking. I wait for Sir Robard to be happy with it. Oh, there it goes.
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg, I suppose we'll be attacking.
Just so. That István's a stubborn bastard.
All right, when do we start?
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? If you need to rest or anything, we can still wait. You won't have another chance until we've won the day.
Didn't mean to bump the
until
mic,
you're
sorry
fired.
about that. Oh no, I'm ready. I've been literally sitting here waiting for you to be ready.
I'm ready.
Glad to hear it. We're going to attack on two fronts. The north gate and the west wall, which will scale with ladders. The attack will be split into different stages. Taking the outer walls, the inner bailey, and finally the core of the castle and the tower.
Which one should we do?
And the inner bailey?
That will be tough. Even if we get through the gate and into the outer bailey, we're still a long way from victory. The castle is designed so we'll be like hens in a coop to anyone with a bow on the inner battlements. We'll have to either fight our way through, or somehow get around them.
How are we going to attack the gate?
We'll try to do as much damage as we can with the trebuchet first. Keyser claims he can even hit it directly. Even if that's true, we'll have to charge through a downpour of enemy arrows all the way to the portcullis.
Portcullis?
Fortunately, it's wooden, so we'll be able to break it down. But dealing with the defense in the bailey won't be easy.
And what's the plan for attacking the west wall?
First, we have to get men to the wall with ladders, which is no easy matter under fire, so we'll need as many men covering them as possible. As soon as the ladders are in place, our foot soldiers will run up and try to scale the wall. Once a few of them get to the battlements, we should quickly gain the upper hand.
How will we take the battlements?
Either by scaling the west wall, or our men at the gate will help. If they can break through, that is.
What about the living quarters?
There, I'm worried most about the hostages. Once we're inside, István will know defeat is inevitable, but we'll still have to fight for each and every room.
I think I've heard everything I need to.
Yeah, sort of.
Do you want to join the attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember, many of the Skalitz men will follow you. It could make a big difference.
I'll help with the attack on the walls.
Oh, I didn't
I'm
choose.
proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter. And as God is my witness, we will kick those whore sons' arses.
A village lad and an old soldier? István must be shaking in his boots.
If he's not shaking, then he doesn't know what he's got coming. Just one last thing, though. No matter how good the plan is, something always gets fucked up.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes open and take advantage of every chance. Help your comrades and don't go rushing in where you're outnumbered. We have to take the
Got
castle
it.
gradually, one position after another.
Russian.
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you, stripling.
Good luck to you, old soldier.
Goodbye.
And there you are. That's not my armor. Attack. Storm the walls. Never mind. Wait. Because we're still loading. Clang, clang, clang. Come on. There we go. Blood and vinegar. For glory. Oh, didn't shoot quite high enough. For glory, for battle. What? You went through another guy to do that. Sorry.
Smash them! Clear those battlements!
Come on. Stop blocking me. Let's see. Do we still have poison? Yes, good. Kind of blocking me. Why is it so blurry? All right. There we go. Chaos. Okay, where are the others? Stay in the tower?
Sir, we should give the order.
Pat in the head,
See if
welcome.
Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one. Don't tempt fate, Hanush. Istvan! It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, we're all noblemen here, all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks this truce answers to me.
So, are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor.
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. And then he'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Stephanie.
Forgive me, husband. I'm sorry
For what?
for letting them into the castle.
Come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
Quick! To the battlements! We have to see which way they go!
To verify they're keeping their word.
Oh, they really are heading for Skalitz. Mount up, Henry.
You've heard what he'll do if we follow them.
We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Good point. Yeah, I don't trust him. I didn't even get to get what I wanted. There's a spear there I was trying to grab. Yeah, quickly repair stuff because I have a feeling we're going to need it because I don't trust this guy. And verify we're still poisoned. We are not.
Yeah.
Man, I thought I was slow. Then I ride with Hans.
He's a noble, right?
Yes, so am I.
So Radzig will be there.
No, he's not. We're gonna have to hunt him down. Of course we wouldn't catch you doing that.
Truth is, I didn't think much about it. I just felt I had to do it. What will you do now?
I bet you he didn't let him go, and we let his guy go.
Plans 3 days ahead at most. Maybe I really could do something for Rate and its people. Something really big.
Like
But
what?
There'll be plenty of time for that later.
Yeah.
What should I say to him?
Don't worry. It'll come to you. You'll see.
Well, I just hope he'll be there. Alive.
I'm not convinced. Alive, yes. There.
Turn around, isn't it?
What do you mean?
How long have we known each other? A few weeks?
Something like that.
Yeah. Before that, I was chasing wenches around Rattay and you were digging turnips. And now look at us. A pair of veterans.
I was an apprentice blacksmith, not a turnip digger.
Yeah, blacksmith.
Same difference, you silly bugger.
No, it's not. You silly bugger.
There's no sign of them. Move on.
Because they didn't go there. They broke off into the woods and are plotting their next move. I'm still gonna hunt him down.
See Ishvan kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other.
Oh,
Let's
I wanted
go.
to go.
You alright, Father?
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
No, you won't.
It looks like it's all over.
Not
Nope.
by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
Mm-hmm.
Catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
And where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
Sure.
He told you nothing? Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah. The sword.
The sword.
It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there, it was so near, yet so far. Oh, well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it. I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Mark Vart von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front. It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Well, let's go find out. Wait, it's over? What? No! Right? I was like, but there's something else that we were gonna do. I'm hoping there's something after the credits. We'll see. Hang tight. I wonder if this is going to be a problem for Twitch. Uh-oh. I hope not. Let's make it sound terrible so it's not copyright. Do you think that would count as copyright? Because, you know, there's definitely, that's the right lyrics for the song, right? Well, that's the stupid thing. There is no fair use to them. Which is really dumb. Because it's not like I'm trying to do anything, right? I'm literally just trying to enjoy the game. Yet it still counts as copyright if the game has it. Because I don't have the right to have the music played on my channel. It's like, but dude... You want to recruit me for some metal? Why? Because I can go... Just pretend someone's strangling you. And it works perfect. That is what metal is, right? Someone's strangling you. Okay, good. I was hoping there's something... Because there's another mod I need to enable, but it has to be after.
You're doing well, son.
Father.
Come now. You know who sired you.
That doesn't matter now. I miss you, Amar. I miss you very much.
Your subtitles are wrong.
We're proud of you.
For what? I let you down. I lost the sword.
This is from Johanka's trial.
You're so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing.
You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me.
Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right. I have to leave you now.
Please.
You know I can't stay.
I'm losing my mind. I see dead people.
God knows. Make her proud.
Don't go.
Don't go. No.
What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn.
It's alright.
Sir Radzik wants you at the upper castle.
Okay.
The lords are in council with Epsd.
Right. I'll go straight away. What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here! Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
I jest. It's still going. Oh, good. So there is prologue stuff. Epilogue, sorry. Not prologue, epilogue. The other direction. There we go. All right. Okay, perfect. Wait, what?
Why?
Orders of his lordship.
Do I look like someone you need to search?
Come now, no need for that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Get. Radzig's horse. I'm gonna say I thought it was. We're going to pause right here. I'm gonna refill my coffee. And more importantly, I'm going to get it to enable another mod that I wanted enabled for the end here, because it would take time for it to be done. Otherwise, it's not realistic. So, we're going to quickly quit, and I'm going to load it. And what I'm going to do is I'll throw some other music on while I refill coffee and let the mod install. But yeah, it's it'll be worth it. I think it'll be fun. Come on, go. Deploying. Actually, you know what? I've already left, but I didn't. So there we go. Sweet. All right. So I will leave that, and you guys will enjoy the music, and I'll be back in just a moment. You'll hear the whole startup screen of Kingdom Come Deliverance, hearing all the history, and I will be back in just a moment after I get the coffee.
Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life. But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary. Sigismund decided on a radical solution. He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began pillaging the territories of the king's allies. It is here that my story begins.
Well, so much for coffee. The brew button didn't get pushed. All right, let's do this.
Yeah.
Gonna check if this works or not.
I hope I can be of some
Bardiche, yes. Trying to see if they have the other one or if it's just the Bardiche. The X has greater impact and thus situated. Broad axe I thought was one-handed. That's an axe mace. Already did that. Know about that one. We have that one. There we go. So,
Baked goods fresh from the oven.
that's not a Bardiche. That's a hand axe. Lame. They're supposed to be able to let you do pull arms, buy them and store them, so that you can actually have them in your inventory and actually be able to unequip them and still keep them. And you're supposed to be able to buy them. Which Bardiche is supposed to be not a hand axe. Do you know what a Bardiche is? Do you guys know what a Bardiche actually is?
Ah, how? Are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume...
That we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
Yeah. Because a Bardiche is a one-handed axe.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Redzig.
It came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end.
Correct, Matt.
This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur. That King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed, but to surrender it means giving up great privileges too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected king of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Berghoff, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even
He's
the
a bit
nobles
of an
and
arse.
lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Berghoff is on your side. Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under him.
Nice.
And that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghoff, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts, and now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghoff know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, your grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like Skalitz? We have to put a stop to this senseless war!
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Berghoff at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Berghoff would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything.
See you when you're back.
And I'll send Sir John here to Kuttenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft a letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
I expect it would be best to write it in your name as Lord of Lipa.
Quite so, Margrave.
What exactly am I to write?
So, it looks like you're off on a mission.
Yes. I can't wait.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what can happen along the way. Not to mention that Berghoff is no saint.
Don't worry.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but do take care. You'll be traveling as Lord Capon's bodyguard. You'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open. What Berghoff tells you is one thing, but what you see may be quite another.
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand over the letter, hear out his reply, and return.
Yes.
Very well. Berghoff is at Trotsky Castle. I think you'll find it quite an eye-opener. It's one of the finest castles in the land. It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll be back soon enough. Any questions?
I'm getting a bit lost in the Luxembourg lineage. It all seems a bit too tangled.
The Luxembourgs have ruled the Empire and Bohemia for almost 100 years now. Emperor Charles brought this land to prominence. When he was in power, things had never been so good. Wenceslas and Sigismund are his sons, but by different mothers. Jobst and Prokop are their cousins. They were entrusted with governing Moravia. But instead, they've been in a bitter armed feud for years, and now Sigismund's fallen out with Wenceslas. Wenceslas also had another brother, the youngest, John of Görlitz, who was most probably poisoned. They seem like a hot-blooded lot. It's hard to keep up with their affairs, since they tend to change their alliances from one day to the next.
Who is he really, this Jobst?
The cousin of King Wenceslas. He's the Margrave of Moravia. I admit I don't know what to make of him myself. Until recently, he was allied with the League of Lords. For a time, he even served Rupert of the Palatinate against the king. And now suddenly, he's reversed his position. I don't know what led him to do it, and one can't help being suspicious. It's best to keep a watchful eye on him. But he really is the leader of the resistance against Sigismund these days. We'll just have to see how it all turns out.
I'm a bit concerned so many people seem to think so little of King Wenceslas. You knew him, didn't you? What's he really like?
Well, there's no straightforward answer to that question. He certainly makes a great hunting and drinking companion, but he can be very fiery and impetuous when things don't go how he'd like them. He never had much of a head for high office. He finds it tiresome. But once a man's grasped the scepter, it's hard to let it go again. You can't just abscond. You've seen for yourself what happens when he disappears for a few months. Better a bad but legitimate king than a bloody war over the throne.
Who is this Prokop that Job spoke of?
Jobst's brother, the king's cousin. He and Jobst warred over Moravian supremacy for years. Then they were allies for a while, betrayed Wenceslas and sided with Rupert of the Palatinate. But after Sigismund abducted Wenceslas, Prokop fomented a revolt against him, and Sigismund had him captured. Politics. Make of it what you will. I, for one, can't make head or tail of it most of the time.
The League of Lords and that Berghoff we're off to see. Who are they exactly?
The lords of the powerful houses. Heinrich of Rosenberg, Otto of Berghoff, Heinrich of Radetz, and others. They're unhappy with the way their influence declined after Wenceslas surrounded himself with the lesser orders of nobility. They abducted the king years ago and made him bow to their will. They got away with it that time, and now they've joined forces with Sigismund and done it again. But now it seems that Sigismund's behavior is starting to rub them up the wrong way, so they may well be thinking twice. We'll see what Berghoff has to say.
I don't know all that much about Sigismund.
He's the king's younger brother and king of Hungary in his own right. 7 years ago, he led a crusade against the Turks and was defeated at Nicopolis. Some say it was due to the recklessness of the French knights, most of whom were mercilessly slaughtered. Sigismund is ambitious and capable. He might well make a better ruler than Wenceslas, but he's arrogant, and to our misfortune, brutal. Not long ago, he himself was held captive by the Hungarian nobility. They dislike him as much as some of the Czech and German noblemen do his brother Wenceslas. Ironically, Wenceslas joined forces with Jobst to liberate him. And now this is how Sigismund repays his brother. There's no doubt about it, God does move in mysterious ways.
Rupert of the Palatinate. That's a name I hadn't heard before today.
Rupert is the Prince-Elector of the Palatinate.
What's a Prince-Elector?
The Prince-Electors are dignitaries of the Holy Roman Empire who have the right to elect the King of the Romans. who would then be crowned Holy Roman Emperor by the Pope. Rupert took the title for himself with the help of 3 other prince-electors, even though Wenceslas had already been appointed. Some of the nobility in the empire recognized Rupert's claim, but when he went to Rome to be crowned emperor, it turned into a fiasco. Now he's doing his utmost to get Wenceslas to acknowledge him, but so far without success. So, now we have 2 kings of the Romans. Jobst sided with Sigismund for a while, but now he's switched allegiance. He seems to do that quite a lot.
That young man, Sir John of Liechtenstein, why is he here?
The Liechtensteins are a powerful Austrian family with estates in Austria and Moravia. Sir John sits on Jobst's council. Since the king's being held captive in Vienna, I suppose it makes sense to have a powerful Austrian house as allies. It could be very useful.
That's about all.
Very well. Take the letter from Sir Hanush. And good luck, son. So what do you think of it all, Sir Divish?
I think I don't know what to think.
That makes 2 of us.
If I didn't know anything about Jobst, I'd say he's right and absolutely truthful. But I've heard too much about him already.
Likewise. But I do feel he's the one with the best chance to put things right.
Well, we'll see what we learn from Berghof. If the League of Lords stands with Sigismund, then our chances pale, in spite of everything Jobst said.
We shall see. We shall see.
Just useful to know. What am I doing here? Give the letter for Margaret.
I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Kuttenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghof in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, Uncle. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
Come now, Hal.
All right. So basically, we're done. think we got everything else done. Hmm. No, we will. We will deal with them.
I'll fight you, you cur. You can't hide from me.
Ow. Well, yo, Dad. Let's quickly repair. Cool. There we go.
Bring it on. Ah! Ah! Up.
Really?
Weak at the knees. I'm going to.
There we go. Where was the other one? Back here. Sweet. And get there. And you. And that's it. Cool. That was a fun little raid. Nice. That's what I wanted. Oh, so it does say it's single-handed when you do it that way. Even though it's technically double-handed. Cool. That's what I wanted.
Get him!
And Privoslavets, there we go.
Please.
What happened to you?
Those human devils killed my husband. Me and the children had to flee for our lives. To live in the woods, like wild beasts. I hide in the woods at night and during the day beg here at the roadside. A few groschen, sir, so I can go and buy some milk for the little one.
Don't you want to go to Ratai? There are other refugees there. Someone would take care of you.
I know there are others there, but I think I'll be better off in the woods. A few groschen, sir, so I can go and buy some milk for the little one.
Food? Let me see. What about this?
May God reward you for your kindness.
There we go. Helped her out. Give some food to those in need.
Blood will be spilled.
Bring it on!
Watch out, shit yourself.
You're dead!
Well, apparently our dog ran off. Cool. So, looks like that's the best one. But let's see after we repair what we get for stats. I mean, they really repopulated this world, didn't they? Oh my.
To heal, Muck.
Learn how to ride a horse, idiot.
Wow, that took a while.
I hope I can be... Goodbye. God be with you.
Oh, there's a tourney. Well, interesting. $119 / 86. Whoa, what? 102 on both, and that's 119. 92. 102. 92. What's this? What do we have here? Oh my. So it's unfurnished. But hey, it's a good start. They finally got it done. Nice. It's not very furnished. Would have liked them to get the furniture in, but apparently maybe they'll do that while we're away. We can eat from an invisible pot. And we can cook an item. Cool. I like it. It looks good. Nice library. Sit. Oh. Good, good, good. We can look out and see our area. Our lumber. Excellent. What? Why is this locked? It's my door. Good. Place we can sleep here. Alright. Give me just a moment. I gotta take care of one quick thing. Alright. It's nice. It's nice. Nothing, that's what I thought. Very nice. Very clean. Excellent. Beautiful. Bigger map. Good, good, good. kind of a working room. No ladder up. We need to get a ladder in here. Look down at town. We could see them coming across the river. Need to get a secondary palisade there. I don't know that there's a door down there, and they definitely don't have a ladder, so we're going to save here. Okay, they need to get a ladder. That's not good. Yeah, let's not fall down there. They don't have a ladder there either. And this just ends here. We can see out. It's the inner wall. Cool. Well, that's nice. This loops around. That would be where you hit down here. And no ladder. And no ladder. So they definitely need to get us a ladder. But they're making good progress on it. Well, Privislavitz looks to be in good condition. Now it's time to go meet with Sir Hans. Make sure there's no other issues that need to be spoken. See if anyone has anything. Nope. All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got here. Fight!
Money! I want your money! You call that... Oh dear, dear.
Bugger!
Ale dobre. Damn!
Where could he have been? He must be here somewhere.
You call that combat? Gotcha! Ow! God damn! I'm...
Ow. Ow. I don't know how to fight with those. Man, that could have gone a whole lot better. Whoop. Yeah, that's one we have.
Mutt? Oh, Sakra. He's run off again.
Dun 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 dun. The music stops, so I guess I'll make some. There it goes. I bought packs on Humble and Fanatical that had the rights to use, and I used those. And there's a whole lot of sound effects I haven't added, but I just have the music added right now. I had to start somewhere, and I knew the music was the most important, so that's why we did that. But there's actually a bundle available right now for it. Yeah, $20 you can buy a big bundle of music right now. I don't know how much it is Australian, but 20 US, you can get a big bundle of music. Don't think the conversion's very high right now since the economy around the globe has been kind of crummy.
Yeah.
There's a quest? I thought the quests were all done. Or are they just going to tell me there's a tourney? If they just tell me there's a...
Sir Capon did...
Okay.
Huh. Huh.
That is really odd. Is he downstairs?
Is someone...
That is so weird.
I hope I can be of...
Do you know if there's any...
Aye. It could... Sir Hanosh is convening the Rat-Eye
Oh,
Tourney
really?
again at the Upper Castle. You can still enroll...
That's it. There you go. I wasn't sure the conversion rate. Make sure you click off and then back onto the pack, just in case you don't know that, because their default is actually higher than what you're required to. If you can throw more towards it, great, but if not, I get that as well. Cool, cool. Just want to make sure. I noticed a few people that didn't know that, so I figured I'd make sure. Those who have the extra cash to throw their way, it's, you know, always good because they are supporting good, not-profit organizations, but not all of us have a lot of extra. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was saying, like, economy's not been great, so the conversion rate should be decent. But yeah, that's where I get music to use and stuff is I check out those bundles and I checked the legal and the legal said it was good. Crapon, ready to go? Where is Crapon? Sir Hans Crapon.
Henry, can we go? Are you ready for this?
Yes, let's go.
I wanted to ask you a few things. What do you think about Sir Jobst and his plan?
Well, I admit all the scheming has me a little lost.
Mhm.
I thought Sigismund was the devil, Wenceslas a martyr, those on his side the heroes, and those against him the villains. I believed we'd rescue the king and all would be well again, but now it looks a lot more complicated.
Exactly. I didn't expect the noble lords to be as noble as the angels, but I hadn't expected such a sewer. They behave like children.
I can't fathom how after all this backstabbing they're somehow still on speaking terms.
I don't know either. It beggars belief. Did you know that King Wenceslas is such a...
Feckless drunkard? Not really. And to be honest, I'm not sure I wanted to know. I slept better believing my fate was watched over by a wise and powerful monarch.
So did I.
What a dismal world when you can't keep trust in your own king.
On the other hand, times were better with him here than with him gone.
Isn't that the truth?
What do you think of Sigismund?
If I were him, I'd have had enough of my brother even sooner.
But he's a monster. Look at what those hordes of his are getting up to here. What he did in Skalitz.
True enough. On the other hand, if Wenceslas and Prokop hadn't double-crossed him, none of this would have happened.
No one forced him to burn Skalitz.
That's a fact. But he couldn't let them shit all over him either. Not that I'm defending him, mind.
He's a weasel.
No doubt about that.
Do you know anything about Prokop?
Ha! Sir Hanush could tell you a thing or two about him.
Why?
Last winter, a certain Sir Jan Sokol of Lamberg, a well-known knight, or robber baron to some, tried to occupy the city of Iglau, which was on the orders of none other than Prokop.
And what has that got to do with Hanush?
Well, he was there with him. Of course, that's not something to brag about in front of Jobst.
And what was it all about?
They wanted to occupy a city that was on the side of the League of Lords, but despite there being several hundred strong, they didn't take it. For one thing, they couldn't get past the Iglau women, with their pitchforks and cauldrons of hot water.
I would never have thought of Sir Hanush as such a rebel. And have you heard anything about Rupert of the Palatinate?
A little. He can't manage even to wrest power from a king who doesn't much care for ruling and isn't fighting back. That doesn't seem like a man who has what it takes to rule. And that's all I need to know.
And that Berghoff we're going to see, do you know anything about him?
I haven't heard much good about him, but I have a feeling that some other nobles are quite in awe of him. And his castle is apparently quite impressive. I'll be interested to see for myself.
And what about the League of Lords?
Wealthy, pompous. The king doesn't seem to like them much. He's chosen to let the lesser ranks of the nobility into his circle, men like your father. I admit I don't blame him one bit, but the lords weren't happy about their lost influence, so they put their foot down. If I were Wenceslas, I'd have let them hang after they abducted me the first time, but he gave them seats at the provincial council. Little wonder they're back at their old tricks.
Of course. At last I'll get to see more of the country and have a bit of...
Quite.
Alright, let's see how this goes.
Let's get to it then. I finally have the feeling we're doing something worthwhile. We're helping to save the king.
Instead of saving his drunken majesty, I'd rather find that whoreson who murdered my parents, get the sword back from him, and skewer him with it.
Cheer up, Henry. I have a feeling you'll get your chance one day, and it won't be long in coming. Forward, men! Audentes fortuna juvat!
And that has been the story of Sir Henry of Skalitz. From blacksmith to lord, from beggar to hero. I do hope you all have enjoyed this wondrous story, and join us next time for another wonderful adventure. Until next time, and as always, enjoy the story. We'll see you all next time. That was good. I'm going to go ahead and get you guys over to Azriel, who's streaming. And I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed. We will certainly pick up with something else next time. But, as I said, until then, as always, enjoy the story. Uh-oh. And have a blast.